Hello, everybody. This is Terry with your Libra full pink moon coming in on April 12th, 2022, 5:22 p.m. for those of us in the Pacific Northwest. And this is really a manifesting wishes being fulfilled lucky kind of pink moon. And couldn't we all use a little luck in our world right now with everything going on? But for a brief moment here on this auspicious full moon, we have all planets station direct, and we can finally get things done. It's like our momentum has come back. We can have some forward progress, but we better hurry up because Pluto is going retrograde. Pluto in Aquarius, that is really bringing the collective together for a significant change. And then Pluto is going to station retrograde on May 4th, bringing this incredible intensity, and it sends us into a subconscious stupor when Pluto goes retrograde. So get everything you need to get done. Get your taxes done, get all your to-do lists done, because we just have between now and this full moon until May 4th to be where all planets are stationing direct, and it really feels good. And for right now, we have this Libra pink full moon that's just bringing us all this heart energy. Libra, ruled by Venus, gives us equilibrium, balance, harmony. Libras are the peacekeepers. We can have just a little bit of peace in our world despite everything going on. And I just love, love, love my Libra friends the most because they have this easygoing, copacetic vibe. They're the ones who will comfort you in a storm. And they are the truest healers, caregivers, therapists, nurses, just the kindest people. If you are a Libra or you love a Libra, let me know in the comments, because I know you know what I'm talking about, that Libras are just these heart-centered, beautiful people. And because they are ruled by Libra or by Venus, that planet of love, and I've got my rose quartz. I think this one looks kind of like a heart. Let's see if I can make it look like, I don't know. Sometimes I just think it looks like a heart. And Libras are just that heart soothing, like the rose quartz crystal. You can just, when you have your Libra friends, your heart feels like it's in a good place. And I think of Kuan Yin. This is Kuan Yin behind me. She is the goddess of compassion, and she would probably be a Libra, that Kuan Yin. She is always bringing us compassion, and she has compassion for wherever we are. You can call on Kuan Yin if you're having a hard time, if you're feeling sad, if you need a hug. Call on Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. And this is a time when we can really heal our hearts on this Libra moon, doing some hand holding over your heart, some self Reiki for your heart chakra. And I'm wearing pink today because this is a pink moon. And I saw something recently that said, when you start to crave wearing the color pink, it is a sign that your own heart is finally healed. And that is so beautiful. But perhaps maybe just wearing pink can help to heal your heart. You can do it in reverse. But personally, I've never really liked to wear the color pink because my mom always wanted a girl. She was so happy to have a really girly girl when I was born. And she didn't get a girly girl with me. She put me in a pink canopy bed. I had all these pink things in my room. And she always wanted to dress me in all pink frilly dresses. And I was such a tomboy. I was not the girly girl my mom wanted. I hated pink. But now I'm in my 50s. I can finally embrace the color pink, and maybe my heart is finally healing after a lot of Reiki, a lot of heart healing. I love my pink peonies. They're all coming up right now, sprouting up this spring. And maybe just if we can embrace the color pink, it can help to heal our hearts on this pink moon. And what is your reaction to pink? I'm always interested to think how some people love the color pink, and also wearing pearls during an auspicious full moon like this. Pearls really helps you to connect in with that full moon energy. And the other stone I'm working with is emerald, because emerald is the stone for Venus, and we have such a strong Venus connection on this Libra full moon. Venus, ruler of Libra, Venus stations direct on the full moon, and Venus is in close proximity to Saturn. Both Venus and Saturn in Pisces, close together. Venus and Saturn just had a conjunction again. And this is when Venus begins to feel more serious about her heartfelt mission. What does her heart want to do? Do what you love, the money will follow. What is your heart telling you? But there can be some tough karmic lessons in love on this full moon, because there's maybe even somebody in your life who has really disappointed you to the point of just heartache. And that's what Venus and Saturn conjunction can bring, a disappointing heartache with karmic lessons. There's really a soul lesson, and we may just all be collectively feeling sad and disappointed about the state of our world. I think some people who voted for Trump might be a little disappointed that he's not doing what they wanted. And this Venus Saturn conjunction, as Venus is turning direct on this big Libra pink moon, this can be bad for both love and money, because Saturn is restrictions and Venus rules love and money. So we could feel really restricted. I don't have enough money, I don't have enough love, and it's very disappointing. And Venus is just slowly rising up as morning star. Soon we will be able to see Venus in the early morning just before dawn. But right now, as she just stations direct on this Libra pink moon, she's just getting her momentum back, right? So she's just barely moving, barely gaining momentum. And it's as if that divine feminine energy that had been rising all of 2024. I had so much hope for Kamala because we had divine feminine rising. But then that divine feminine rising was defeated and beaten down, devastating. That's when Venus went retrograde. That's when Venus went into hiding. Venus emerged into the underworld. We could not see Venus in the night sky, but now she reemerges as morning star, feeling a little debilitated. She's on shaky ground. She's not sure of her next steps, and we might all feel like we're not sure what we're going to do about the situation, about our love and our money. There can be this really scared feeling of, I don't know what's going to happen. And Venus will move on to Aries. When she reaches Aries, she'll have that heart focused ambition again, and Venus will eventually conjunct Chiron in Aries, that wounded warrior healer, and we will just have a lot of deep heart healing to do in all of 2025. It just keeps coming up, this theme. Healer, heal thyself. Have you heard me say this? This year is a rare opportunity to do the deep healing work. So don't miss this chance to heal your heart, to heal your relationship with money, to heal your relationship with your love life, to heal your marriage, to heal your friendships. And what do you need to release on this full moon to free your heart, to open your heart to even expansion of love and money? And just listen to your heart this moon if you can. Get some time out, carve a little time and space to listen to your heart and ask your heart, what does it need to heal right now? And maybe it's some inner child healing from your past. Give yourself whatever it is that you needed as a child and you didn't get. And you may not have received enough attention. You might not have received enough gifts or praise or love. And you have an opportunity to give that to your own self, to your own inner child. You can heal that inner child and heal your past wounds on this pink moon. And Venus was just trine Mars, and we're still getting some ripples of ambition for a higher love and a higher way of making money. And this is a time when we want to go for it and just really do something bold to receive love and money with Venus trine Mars. And there's some new love vibes shining in on this lunar cycle, but just be careful if you start a new relationship right now with the energy of this pink moon. Saturn in Pisces, so close to Venus, says that any new relationship may just come with some powerful karmic lessons. You may be pulling in some old soul connections, and you might have some deep soul work to do, especially as we're on the precipice of that Pluto retrograde, where the old souls, people you knew from past lives, start showing up. And there's big karmic wounds coming in. So just be careful that if you start a new relationship, it may be packed full of old karmic lessons for your soul, but it's probably something you signed up for. You probably signed up for that in your contract. So just go for it and learn what you need to learn. And then Venus will also be sextile Uranus right now. And this is a harmonious happenstance, a happy happenstance. Sextiles are always positive, harmonious outcomes where you unexpectedly bump into the love of your life, some sexy new love potential, maybe at the grocery store or hiking on a trail, and we can really feel there's some kismet spring mating season in full effect here. And I just got a flicker box so that when the mating flickers need to find a home, it's in our tree, in our pine tree, and I can hear the flicker mating call all around my yard, and I'm awaiting this new flicker couple to move in. So there's just this season is in full mating effect. And maybe you're going to have a love breakthrough or a deep love connection with a twin flame of some sort. This is a moment where you can have that aha moment related to your love life. Like, oh my gosh, this person who's been my friend all my life, maybe that's the perfect person to actually be my boyfriend, or, so often I find women will have just friends and then they end up falling in love with them at some point. Or you'll just create something beautiful artistically. Remember, Venus is the creator of art, beauty, music, maybe just planting a gorgeous spring garden or remodeling your kitchen. There will be something that can just have this divine inspiration, and it just pours into you, and you just have to create some beautiful work of art or poetry or do some writing. This is a very juicy, creative pink moon. But we also have a CHIRON CAZIMI, CHIRON, the wounded warrior healer that I've been talking about so much. I'll put some past videos if you want to learn more. I'm not going to unpack all of it. Hopefully you know who Chiron is. But this Chiron in Aries this transit that has really been affecting the Gen X generation, saying, healer, heal thyself. Chiron is conjunct the sun, lighting up our wounds. Once again, our healing crisis comes knocking on the door, but this time, Chiron is so expanded, he is not going to wait for us to open the door to healing. We might just be cracked open and forced to heal in some way on this pink moon, forced to look at our deepest wounds, because your deepest wounds is where your deepest gifts are found. So don't be afraid to look at your wounds, to find your gifts, and get out your journal and just start writing about what is it I need to heal. And this is an excellent moon to do some deep healing work, whether it's self-Reiki. I'm also teaching a Reiki class on Sunday, April 27th. There's just 2 spots left, and we have an amazing group of healers for this particular class. So if you are needing deep healing and you live in Central Oregon, I will put the link down below. Sign up, get that Reiki attunement that opens your heart chakra so you can begin to heal. Your healer, heal thyself. And I will also be having a health fair with the Bend Health Guide, this magazine that I put out. And that is happening on Saturday, May 10th, where you can receive hands-on healing from some of the best healers in Central Oregon, these most powerful healers. I'll link that below. Get your tickets. We have a morning section and an afternoon section because the space only holds like 300 people and it is really filling up. This is a smaller venue, and I think we might actually sell out of tickets this year. So, so many people are just craving deep healing right now. And I've been ridiculously booked out with a wait list. And I'm curious how many of you are drawn to more of these healing modalities. We're having like a wellness revolution right now. And acupuncture, massage, Reiki, energy healing, healing with crystals, sound baths, chiropractic. We will have all of that. We're going to have some amazing crystals, and all of that will be at our health fair. Plus, we have these amazing raffle prizes like Chill Well Sauna and Cold Plunge gave us a gift card, and Lush Products. They're making this huge basket of these nourishing skincare products, and we have some other healers offering us gift cards. It's just going to be a blast. So I hope you can make it. And we are also still processing this massive shift as Neptune has finally left Neptune's comfortable home of being in Pisces, where Neptune is exalted and feeling right at home. And now Neptune is moved into Aries. And I can just feel it in my vagus nerve. It's like, what's going to happen? There's like this anxiety I think we're all feeling of like, what is going to happen in our world? Recession, war, crazy. And I just want to show you a little technique that I do sometimes when I am having a vagus nerve. You can just place one hand on the side of your head and just give a gentle stretch. And then with the other hand, just go right beneath the earlobe and start there, and then just start to pull. I'm kind of using a moderate amount of pressure. It feels so good. This is where the vagus nerve lives, and you can just kind of, or you can just do gentle. Some people prefer just gentle stroking, but I like to do a little deep stretch, and then you can do the other side. And this just tells your vagus nerve it's okay. We're going to be okay. It's gonna be fine. And there's so many other techniques to help your vagus nerve right now as we move Neptune into Aries. I think we're all gonna need to nourish our vagus nerve with lymphatic And this vagus nerve, it's just trying to get you to relax no matter what chaos is going on around you. Your vagus nerve says we can just breathe through it. Just take those deep belly breaths. And stay centered to nourish your vagus nerve. And some other techniques for nourishing your vagus nerve is laughter. This is why laughter feels so good. The vagus nerve loves to laugh. Even at the darkest situations, you got to laugh about it. And meditation and mindfulness and just taking that meta moment before you react to stressful circumstances. This will calm your nervous system and support your vagal tone. And getting out in nature therapy, going for hikes, hugging trees, being by the water and the river, taking a cold plunge, being with your pets, whatever nourishes you. What nourishes you? That go to what nourishes you. That's going to help your vagus nerve. And I find practicing gratitude, just being really grateful. And a really fun technique you can do on this full moon is to be grateful for what it is you're trying to call in. Be grateful as if you already have it. So whatever you are wanting, I'm so grateful that now I have won the lottery and I have more than enough money so that my family can leave the country. That's what I'm calling in. What are you calling in? And can you turn that into a statement of gratitude? I am so grateful that now I own my home. I really do own my home. I am so grateful that I've paid my home off. I am so grateful that I am debt free. I am so grateful that I have met the love of my life. Whatever you're trying to call in, I want you to make it into a gratitude. I am so grateful statement. Leave it in the comments and I'll send Reiki to your gratitude statement. And this is nourishing your vagus nerve. This is going to make your vagus nerve go, okay, we're okay. I'm grateful. I'm okay. And just having compassion, like the beautiful goddess of compassion here. Compassion and empathy soothes the vagus nerve. Saying thank you for everything, for all the little things. Just see how many times you can say thank you to your friends and family in a day. In my family, we say thank you a lot, even for the littlest thing. My son always says thank you when I feed him. And I'm like, I gotta feed you. That's just basic mothering right there to feed you. But every time he thanks me when I bring him dinner or breakfast or lunch. And it's our spiritual practice to give thanks to my family. And so say thank you as often as you can every day, and it will just light up your heart. And just smiling, even just the simple act of smiling can help your vagus nerve relax and feel like, okay, we're okay. And praying is a vagus nerve soother. And just practice all of these techniques. And I promise you will feel better because these techniques will soothe your vagus nerve, right? And the silver lining here, there is a silver line. I'm kind of scared about Neptune and Aries. It's an aggressive energy. We've come out of Neptune and Pisces, which was so dreamy, so mystical, so creative, mystical, magical. But now Neptune and Aries is a little bit aggressive, a little overly. Neptune, the Lord of the ocean, is feeling very ambitious in Aries. But the silver lining here is for Virgos, because Virgo, you can finally see clearly now the rain is gone. And that delusional, cloudy haze that has been causing confusion for the last 8 years is finally moved on. That cloud has moved over to Libra because Libra is opposite Aries. So Libra may be dealing with confusion, delusion, and you got to be careful, Libra, when you're making decisions because you're not thinking clearly with Neptune opposing your sun. And this being the Libra full moon, we may all have a little confusion, delusion, house of mirrors. I'm not really sure what is real, right? And we got AI coming in and we're not really sure what's going on. And the confusion when Neptune was in Pisces, it was a very soft, like Alice in Wonderland creative, like, oh, I'll drink this little tea and what will happen to me? But now with Neptune and Aries, it has a much more aggressive, even violent edge to it. And I just read that these poor sea lions in San Francisco Wharf have been poisoned by some wicked toxic poison that got into the ocean. And these sea lions are being extremely violent to tourists, attacking tourists on the wharf. And they may have to be killed off. And that is just so heartbreaking. I love sea lions. They're usually so sweet and so fun, and the tourists love to go watch them. But this is so Neptune in Aries right here. Aggression at sea. We are going to see more aggression at sea, and this is a long 14-year transit, so it's really going to be aggressive. It's an aggressive confusion. When people get confused, but they're aggressive, that's not nice. The last time Neptune was in Aries was in 1861 to 1875. Get out your history books. Do you remember what happened then? We had the Civil War broke out. So Neptune in Aries can mean war is coming. And more than 600,000 men lost their lives. And mostly it was innocent Black men who were just fighting for their freedom, fighting for what's right to end slavery. And as a mother of a son who is turning 18, I'm pretty freaked out about the notion of war coming, to be honest. And Aries is fire, and Neptune rules the ocean, the waters. And so we could also be seeing explosions on our ocean where we're fighting in the ocean. I really see that coming. But we could also be seeing underwater volcanoes erupting. And there's just a lot of volatile, fiery energy here. Fiery energy meeting the god of the ocean. So the aggression is in the ocean. And in this volatile energy is going to affect our emotions and our dreams and all of that that is ruled by Neptune. So I really need to do a separate video for Neptune and Aries, but just brace yourself. It's not pleasant. I'm not happy about this one. And we also have this emerging activism that is coming from Neptune and Aries. There's a fierce ambition to rise up as warriors, and we're seeing this with the hands-off movement, which is really inspiring that just they all got together. And the next protest will be on April 19th, just before Easter, a time to collectively rise up, make a statement, try to take our country back. And so Neptune and Aries is really fueling that fire. But there's just a lot going on. And this full moon, we may be feeling all the feels. But sometimes in a crisis, you can use all that angst to create something beautiful, some kind of art or music that can come out of this discord. If you look at the 70s, when we had the Vietnam War, there was so much beautiful music and art that came out of that. And we have a very hopeful Sabian symbol that I'm going to leave you with today. It is a rooster reminding us that no matter what happens, after all, tomorrow is another day. If you're old enough to know Gone with the Wind. I'm old enough to know Gone with the Wind. And the Sabian symbol is Libra at 23 degrees. A chanticleer is a rooster, let me tell you, because I had to look that up. So let's just say a rooster's voice heralds a sunrise. And the keynote is a creative and joyous response to life's process. And the cock that crows as the first coloring of dawn appears in the eastern horizon is a beautiful symbol of the ability demonstrated by all pioneers and cosmically attuned individuals to give voice to what is yet unmanifested. I love that. To give voice to what is as yet unmanifested, but is on its way to manifestation. At an ego level, this rooster may feel that he makes the sunrise. That's very Aries. It is I that makes the sunrise. But someday that rooster will learn through painful experiences that to create is only to reveal what essentially is. We're really channeling that divine source when we're creating art or music. And it is the vivid recognition of the as yet unknown coming into being known. So interesting. This stage should make us think afresh about issues we often take for granted, like what we should be grateful for. And at every sunrise, there's a few witnesses that herald the coming of a new day. When you just see that sunrise and it's all pink and orange and beautiful. And what is at stake here is the individual's capacity to respond to life's renewal. Just as spring, we are renewed again. This is the individual's capacity to respond to life's renewal. So spring. Renewals, which are cyclical, predictable, yet always new and always holding that creative potential. Well, I hope you enjoy the renewal of spring no matter what's going on and nourish your vagus nerve. And I will see you next time. Thank you.